Okay, so today I want to do a quick video about how I start seeds indoors. I know a lot of people have different ideas of how you should do this. Um, there's lots of stuff online about taking your closet and redoing a closet and putting grow lights in there and all kinds of ways to spend lots of money to start seeds, and I just don't think that's needed. You can start seeds relatively cheap. So I'm just going to show you my setup here. So what I do is this is a greenhouse from Tractor Supply Company. It was $25. It's a 4 shelf wide, so I can fit 8 seed trays in here. And a lot of times I'll push these seed trays to the side, and I can fit a couple more in the middle, some bigger plants if I want to. So that's the cost. The main cost is the greenhouse. Now you don't have to have this. You just want it someplace, you want your seeds someplace warm and consistently warm. You don't want to just throw them in a basement with no cover, put grow lights on them and expect them to grow. It's not going to happen. It needs the seeds need a constant warm environment to germinate, to thrive. So that's why I use a greenhouse. The other two costs are, for me, is the lights. There's 2 lights. There's one here and there's one up here. Obviously there's room that I can put 2 more. I've got some small ones I just haven't put in here yet because I'm just starting my seeds that are going to go in the greenhouse, the big greenhouse later on. I've got some seeds that I started up here. Mainly because in the winter I'm dying for some greenery, so I'll grow a few things indoors. Sometimes just experimenting to see how things will grow in certain containers. I save all of our tin cans, so our big tomato juice and V8 juice, those come in those tin cans. We save those. Canned vegetables or canned soup, save those, and I'll use them just to grow stuff in. And I'll try to repurpose all that stuff so it doesn't, even though it can get recycled, I keep repurposing it and using it for something else because they're really sturdy. They're good, and that's just another tip. If you don't have a lot of trays, I'm lucky enough that there's somebody in our neighborhood that the factory that he works for, they plant thousands of flowers every year, and so he saves these trays for me, and I get them at the end of the year, which is great because then I can use them for all the plants that I sell, and then all my plant starts too. So that's one way. But back to the lights. The lights, they say you need a couple different colors, the blue and the white. I don't know. I mean, I've tried the blue light. I have one. I don't see the difference as far as growth goes. I just used, these are $12 shop lights from Menards. So $24 for the shop lights, $25 for the greenhouse. Is like $50 to start. Now if you have a warm spot or you have an empty closet, a south facing wall with a big window where you could set out a table and some trays, that's great. Any of that stuff. If you don't have a real warm spot, another cheap thing you could pick up is, I've got it, I don't know if you can see it down here, but there's a heat mat down here. I'm not using it right now because this stays, once this is closed, it gets really warm in here. But I got a seed mat at the end of the year on clearance, I think for $8. And that came with a little domed greenhouse, so another very inexpensive way to just heat up that soil so your seeds can germinate really quickly. This year, when I set this up, I had forgot how warm this gets. So I had plugged in the seed mat, which gets up to 80 degrees. I put that underneath of a tray, and then put a tray like this in here, or the bigger ones, and put tomatoes in it. And the tomatoes germinated in 2 days, and within a week, they were a big size. So it was just way too warm, and there was a lot of humidity in here, and it was damp. So a lot of times I leave this open because the heat down here comes right out of a vent up here, so the heat from the lights, the heat from the vent stays pretty warm, so I don't have to worry about that. But this is how I start. My starts indoors this year. Today I did onions, I got basil, oregano, thyme, sage, some peppers, and lemongrass. I was supposed to grow last year and I never even opened up the package, so hopefully that germinates. Up top I've just got some cucumbers. There's some potatoes. They're not actually going to grow any potatoes. A lot of times because I want green down here, and I don't really have any plants. All the plants are upstairs, and this is my room down in the basement. That's where I do all my stuff. My desk is over there. So a lot of times I want some greenery in my room, and we'll have a potato that's gone to seed, and I'll just take it and throw it in some potting soil. Now potatoes grow super fast, and I like the color of the leaves, and they smell nice, and it just reminds me of summer. So a lot of times I'll just throw potatoes in some potting soil and let them grow. I've also got apple trees. These are for some organic apples that we bought, and I can't think of the name right off my top of my head. But I've got a bunch more seeds that I'm going to try to plant some apples seeds and sell those at market this year. Also plant a bunch in the yard. Another cucumber, tomatoes. There's lots of tomatoes up here. Some peas. And then this, I'm going to try to grow coffee this year. So I'm going to be picking up some coffee seeds and try to grow some coffee. And then who knows what else I'm going to start down here. But I just wanted to share that it doesn't cost a lot to start seeds, and you don't even need this setup. You just need a long period of light and a lot of warmth to start your seeds. If you try to start your seeds in a windowsill on the north side of your house, which isn't getting enough heat and the light's not there enough, you're not going to get near as well germination, and your plants won't be as healthy as if you gave them 12 to 14 hours of light a day in a really warm environment. They'll take off and they'll do great for you. So this is my little setup. It's like I said, about $50 to start it up. I got the trays for free. Like I said, sometimes you can just go to nurseries and get trays that they throw away because they've cracked or whatever, and they're still fine. I mean, I've got some that are cracked that I still use. But that's because I try to keep repurposing and keep using stuff. But this was just my simple setup, and I want to share it with you today. I'm going to try to do some more videos this year about how I start seeds, about how I get the greenhouse going, stuff about the chickens. So hopefully I'll get that going and kind of get a schedule going so I can put out more videos. I know it's been a long time since I put out a video, and I had a lot of people that said they liked it, and they were hoping I did some more. So it's my first one of 2016. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll see a lot more videos from me. So have a good day.